Back in school, we studied food chains. We learned that when a seed falls into the soil sustains the grass. The hare eats the grass. The wolf eats the hare. If there is no grass, there is no hare, and so on and so forth. If all sparrows are exterminated, the crops will be devoured by the locust, and millions of people will die of hunger.
Yes.
So, today, almost the entire structure of chains is destroyed. For example, new computers are being assembled in China, but chips come from Taiwan and Malaysia. Displays arrive from South Korea, while some parts are ordered from Europe. If you need 20 parts, but you only have 19, you practically have nothing. There's a warning that 2022 will be even worse. They clearly see it coming, but can do nothing about it. They feel an onset of something. Agricultural leaders predict we will shut down the country and we will eat what we have.
It won't happen.
Why won't it happen?
No, it is impossible. We are so deeply interconnected with each other through fertilizers, pesticides, assembly, processing, everything. It won't happen. I think the majority of the world's nations, especially the developed ones, will be unable to survive on their own.
On their own?
Not in an insular way, for sure. There is no such thing as insular today.
What are we facing now?
Well, we're being pressed.
The most interesting thing is that we don't learn from this, that next year will be worse, and the one after that will be even worse.
No, I will do anything except share and cooperate. The worst thing is to depend on others.
I see. Okay. Our intellect is egoistic. But even an egoistic mind seeks safety. Still, we feel the need for communication and cooperation. We know the world is interconnected. I think everyone understands it today. Everyone.
Who will be cooperating? Who listens to whom?
State leaders.
Oh, bring them together. No one will ever be able to agree with anyone on anything.
They won't?
No.
Then please, draw an honest picture of the future world for us, please. At some point, we will have to get there. Certainly, it cannot go on this way indefinitely.
Well, we will get to the point when people realize that the Jews are at fault for everything.
So?
What do you mean, so? Why don't you like their conclusion? This is really so. We do not bring the world to the realization of evil and its correction. I can't keep silent about it, since this is the most painful and urgent problem. You cannot replace it with anything.
What should we, the Jews, do for the world, for the nth time?
Rise above ourselves and show the world an example of unity.
What does it mean, rise above ourselves?
Above ourselves means above our ego, which is bigger than anybody else's.
Is it when one does not accept others?
Yes, look at how we treat each other. It's hard for us to be together even when we are faced with great fear and external pressure.
You contradict yourself. You said we have to rise above ourselves. And at the same time, we cannot rise above ourselves.
We cannot rise because the external pressure and hatred pressures us.
We gather in one pack.
No, we don't gather. No. Don't you see what's going on in Israel? Nothing can help us. I can't blame the government or local upbringing for that.
By and large, you can blame the Creator for that.
The Creator does his job. As to us, we must act against him.
In other words, the Creator brings us against each other, cultivates our egoism more and more, but we have to act against him.
That's right, but we're unable to.
Sooner or later, as you say, the responsibility of our people is to show the world an example of unity.
If we don't realize this, there won't be any sooner or later. It will go on and on. There is no set date. It won't happen. It will occur when the Jews realize their mission.
What will make them realize it? Let's talk precisely. Under what circumstances will the Jews realize their mission? They don't understand it now. What will make them realize it?
I don't know. I cannot envision such a state, but it simply can't be otherwise.
There are constant hindrances.
Well, suffering is constantly growing. Perhaps the realization of some things, but not yet. No matter how much we write, no matter how much we talk about it.
So one way or another, it will also come from above, but no one knows when, right?
Not from above. Everything certainly comes from above, but our reaction has to come from below. Our normal reaction is still missing.
I see. So your formula is simple. The Jews have to show an example of unity.
Yes.
Then the world will be on the right path. Kabbalists knew it, you realize it, but only a few people in the world understand it.
Yes.
So how do you want to be heard? Tell me, please, how? How?
We have to start screaming to the Creator, crying to the Creator.
That we're not being heard?
That people do not hear us, and He will help us. In other words, when we have a truly serious desire, See, even in Germany, 80 years ago, they too
stayed until the last moment and didn't feel any danger, nor do they feel it now, nor realize that so many things depend on it. This is a pretty complicated formula.
I think it will come to the point when the world starts demanding. We have to disseminate more and more the knowledge of Kabbalah, the wisdom of correction of the world, so that the nations of the world demand from the Jews, and the Jews will address the Creator for the sake of the entirety of humanity.